Gemini, welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 23rd to the 29th of October. Yes, welcome to your reading. I hope you have a lovely reading. It looks like there's a lot of things going on for you that's coming from the past that's made a lot of clarity within your relationship side here that you, absolutely beautiful. Well, that's a strange one on the overall energy. We'll be getting back to that. But on your relationship side, it's certainly nurturing these beautiful connections that you have. On your financial side here, there's a case of maybe you're looking at your weaknesses and holding yourself back a little bit more than you should be. And you've got to learn about this, and maybe this ties into that overall energy that we see there. But the moment you let go of this and realise that your weaknesses is going to be coupled with someone else that has a lot of strengths in your weaknesses, and all the strengths you have is in their weaknesses, and together you make something really, really strong. On the overall energies here, you have the Three of Swords. I almost there's like a melancholy about you at the moment this week, which I think you're doing to yourself. I don't think you're just in I think you're being hard with yourself here. I really do. I think you're being a bit harsh with yourself. Certainly, it's almost as if like you're saying I'm not worthy, and that's just totally not true, Gemini. Everything else that is going on here is contradictory to what you're sort of saying to yourself. And I think the overall energy here is trying to help you get past any sort of past sort of emotional difficulties. And it could be tied to your financial life as much as your sort of relationships life. And this is going through a rain cloud, and what comes after, sunshine after the rain. That's what it's all about here. And I think this is what's happening here. And I think the universe is encouraging you to sort of go through this, to realise that is just a rain cloud and that's part of your past. I think that's where the universe is trying to help you. On your on your relationship side, on your karmic mission, you've got to nurture your connections. There is some beautiful connections here, and it should be going a lot faster. This is why I think you're holding yourself back in regards to love, which is an absolute shame, Gemini, not just for you, but for also the other people that are around you that are looking to love you. This is what it seems to be. And the universe is sort of saying, if you nurture this, things will change very, 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 very quickly in your favour this week. You have a real opportunity to convert the negative into positive, because you have been, I think you've been very sociable. I think you've been connecting with people in the past, but very connecting in a way of a matter-of-fact way. And now it should be sort of nurturing that idea of love and celebration and connection and joy of being with another person or being with other people. Not necessarily just one-on-one relationship here. And going through you is this sort of inner calling. You can feel it sort of constantly badgering you, and this is what you need to nurture. And in order to nurture that, this is something that needs to be just let go of, I think, around you, and looking around you and not looking for failure, but looking for success. And all of a sudden, I think inside you this week here, you are coming to this understanding that this is the relationship I should be in. This is the person I should be with, or this is the type of person that I should be with. You know the path that you should be going down, because once you start going down it, look at that. It's victory, but it's also the crowning of you. It's also the wedding ring as well. That's what I sort of see about it all here. Real sort of connection with another person that is around you. This sensation of winning on all fronts is really, really beautiful for you on your relationship side. On your financial side, you get the karmic message here as the Five of Pentacles. Yes, it could mean karmically you're supposed to lose money, but I can't see that in the rest of the cards, so it's not that. The feeling I'm getting off here is that feeling of kind of going, I'm not worth it. I'm incapable of doing something. It's just too big a deal. I think this is why I think you're really harsh with yourself here, Gemini. Once you start, acting upon the wisdom that is within you, and that's also being provided for you, it will stop you focusing on the weak sides of your life, or your weak side, and start concentrating on your more powerful side, because you're combining it with someone else. There seems to be a connection within your workspace, which like a work colleague that helps you as you help them, and the pair of you sort of progress because you're helping one another, if you know what I mean. And this comes out, and this is the universe trying to influence this five of Pentacles. It's trying to sort of give you that inner wisdom, that inner judgment, so you can really sort of be the spearhead in your life, but also in connection with another person, or with other people. It's the way in which it's like you're combining your business with another person, or you, as I said, with your colleague, you're working together, so that actually helps you and your career path, helps them on their career path, or helps you to get to where you should be going. For any sort of projects, it's being able to turn around to people around you saying, could you give us a hand with this? Could you help me with this? I think that's a bit of wisdom, where you're going to understand that connecting with other people is really going to help you progress within the projects that you're doing. In the past to your present, you get the Four of Cups. Distilling all your beautiful connections, those Three of Cups that you've got down below, and then you've got opposite you on your relationship side. You're distilling all your sort of heart's desires and your passions, and you're distilling it into this one cup. And this is something that's coming in because you've done this sort of, approaching your career path, sort of saying, if I really want to progress here, I need to I need help in this area here. Therefore, I need to see my strengths and how my strengths work, and I can distill it down so I can eventually get the essence of my strengths, and then I can see what ingredients I'm missing in order to get to where I need to be. And this is where you either pull yourself into alignment with yourself, and it seems to be this is what's, the conversation that you're having within yourself. If you hear yourself speaking to yourself, start saying, no, this is what I should be doing, this is what I love, then I would follow that. But also at the same time, this is maybe where you are connecting with another person within your business, your projects and your job, which enables you to actually go much further on your pathway in your career. And the moment you start doing that, the moment you engage in that sort of thing, the overall outcome is a perpetual gifts or rewards that are arriving on your pathway, because you have decided to actually team up with someone, or to team up with your higher self, and let go of those sort of painful things that you sort of, you're restricting yourself on more than anything else. But there's a lot of rewards if you really start sort of opening up to the combination with you, your workspace, and another person that is around you. Right, so let's just go on with a little bit of a clarification on the Light Seers card. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you get the best out of these readings. Don't forget about all the links in the description below, the competition on the fire signs, and the live reading as well on the 29th. It'd be great to answer some questions on direct and meet everyone, basically. Let's just see what the clarification is on the... Yeah, there's a decision. There's a decision that you... I think this is a decision within you. We've got the Three of Swords clarified by the Two of Swords. I think this decision might be a bit of a difficult decision that you need to take. And I think it's a difficult decision in regards to your work and your relationship. It's the way maybe that you connect the two together. And it's a difficult decision that's causing you a bit of angst, a little bit of anxiety, a bit of angst, there you go, within your life. But it doesn't need to be there, really. Once you start concentrating on your strengths and combining your strengths with others that are around you, on your karmic path, you've just got to make this decision and go with it. I think everything else is playing beautifully within you. You get the the Three of Pentacles on this. So as you're nurturing your pathway, doing this good work within you, you're going to get people, it is connecting with other people that is around you. You've got the Three of Cups, which is just above it as well, which comes in from the past. And your karmic mission is now to combine that with the people that around you that you respect. And they will respect you in return. And then this is where you can build a soul tribe. This is where you can build a relationship, a one-to-one relationship with someone. Whatever it is, it's coming in quickly. And what's coming in quickly? An understanding about how you freed yourself from this complicated situation in the past. Hang on a second. This complicated situation in the past. And you have now sort of made that, you should be, the universe is encouraging you to make that decision to nurture that future, to sort of engage with people that you respect, and that's extracted you from any conflictual past or complications within your relationships and made you into the best example of yourself. This is what the universe is encouraging you to do, to follow those victories, to allow things to move on quickly, will be, will make you shine, basically. So this connection, this beautiful connection in the past, I think this is what you're learning, and I think this is what you're letting go of. It's letting go of those petty sort of like confrontations in your past. So sometimes, when you meet people, you get to know them, it's really lovely and everything like that. And there may be someone who comes in to sort of like just try and sort of knock you off your perch because you're having fun with this person, or you're having fun with these people. And it's a petty argument that you would have got into in the past. And I think this is falling to the wayside now. I don't think you haven't got time for this. You haven't got time for those petty arguments because there's just too much fun to be had in life. And this is where your judgment comes into play, where you recognize the pathway that you should be going down. You get the Page of Pentacles that comes out of this. And this is concrete, opening up pathways. This is what the page does. And I think this is where your calling is, where you recognize that you're good with this other person, or these other people, or this soul tribe, or whatever it is that is around you that's connecting you in regards to your relationships. You now sort of discovering and exploring the pathways, which is the best way in order to get to that victory of that Ace of Swords. And taking your time and understanding that this needs to be nurtured. This is what you're doing here. And as you do nurture this pathway, it's a pathway that's over a 9-month period. Could be some of you are giving, starting a family, and that could well be for some of you. But it's starting a new cycle, I think, with someone that just feels absolutely right, I think, and it feels right within you. And this victory that comes out of it all, sensation of winning everywhere, they're being crowned and everything like that, it comes from a place where, because it's working for you. That's the main thing about it, and that's what you're nurturing, where it can work for you. And when the moment it does work for you, that's when it's going to work for everybody else. And I think once you step onto that pathway, which is connected with someone else and feels so right, if it's ticking your boxes, follow it, because it's going to give you a lot of value within your life, but also give the other person a lot of value, which you love doing, Gemini. With the Five of Pentacles, you get the Four of Wands. Yes, this is moving away. This is moving away from beating yourself up and beating yourself up and stopping yourself from advancing because you don't think you're good enough. You're going into a whole new cycle here. And I think this is to do with marriage card as well sometimes. So it's a celebration between two people. And these two wands here is your plan of what you've got a plan for you. And these other two wands is the plan of the other person that you're connecting with. And I think this is a case of when you connect with other people in your business world, within your financial world, their strengths are going to strengthen your weaknesses as much as your strengths are going to strengthen their weaknesses, and it is going to be a good combination to have between the pair of you. Really nice. The universe here is bringing you that wisdom of sharing your passions, sharing your emotional sort of connection that you do have to your job, your business and your projects. The moment you do that, and that's out of judgment of where you're going from, it is the queen. So you've got two queens. So I've been calling it the king the whole time, haven't I? I do apologise. The Queen of Swords, which comes out of an emotional judgment of where you're coming from, this wisdom that's playing up through you. And with this wisdom, you have decided to take a pathway within your life. And once you've taken that pathway and you're allowing that wisdom to come through, that's when you can allow your emotions to connect with everybody that is around you. Within your sphere that is around you in your business world. And I think this is where you're going to make a lot of combinations with other people, which is going to empower you as much as empower them. This is that distilling into that one cup there. As you distill into that one cup, it's taken a leap of faith within you. It's taken a leap of faith that you're still, I think, struggling with a little bit, to be honest, with that there. And I think this is, you've got to start believing in yourself. I think this is really important. And once you start believing in yourself, other people will start believing in you as well. This is where your confidence will be born out of. With the Lovers card, you get the Tower moment. I think this is a good Tower moment. I think this clears this thing, clears it away basically, and clears that sort of that away. And I think this is that decision. Hang on a second, that's the wrong way around, isn't it? That decision that you need to make in your life. It is a bit of a Tower moment. It is difficult for you to take. And this could be sort of changing completely the career that you're doing because it's much more in line with what you're doing. There was a major decision, I think, more on your financial side than on your relationship side here, that needs to happen. And when it does, I think you're going to fall in love with yourself. It's going to clear a lot of things out of the way that are just cluttering you up. And that could well be a degree of sort of losing a job in order to take on another job. That's what that Five of Pentacles could be about. I do think it's also about confidence within yourself that you need to sort of like apply. Once you do apply, then it'd be a lot easier for you to take that step from one world to another. And this is it, taking one step from one world to another. This is what we're talking about. Walking away from something. That's what that card's all about. And that's what you're walking towards. You're walking towards that endless supply of rewards and benefits of life, because you have chosen to engage with another person or with a situation around you. And it is a bit of a leap of faith for you. I do understand it. Everything's a leap of faith sometimes, you know. It can be quite difficult to make that decision. I think that decision is within your benefit, basically, and within the benefit of a lot of people that are around you. There you go, Gemini. Thank you very much for being here. Really do appreciate your support to this channel. Hope you get the best out of these readings. Don't forget about that live reading on the 29th, the fire signs competition. You just need to put competition in your name and your star sign in the comments of any fire sign videos, weekly readings this week, which came out on Saturday. Yes, and the competition goes right through to Tuesday morning, so you need to be entered before Tuesday morning. Yeah, I will see you soon. Yes, and even on CYMATIC TV. Don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.